Hi guys, welcome to the Fourth Moment Weekly Roundup, and this is where you get your weekly dose of local football action. And as you can see, today we're being a bit interactive, Coach Andrew and myself. Andrew, tell the people where you are, man. You're not here.
No, Shamiel, I'm away. I'm away with my wife, having a little bit of a break before the third division kicks into full swing preseason. So I'm away. Yeah, and like we always say, football carries on.
Yeah, there's
And
no break.
I'm just, I didn't want to miss the show, and I didn't want the viewers to miss my face. So I thought, no, we'll do something different today.
Yeah. Andrew, before we get started on the results and so on, we were on Saturday at Westridge for the Cubs
Yes.
and for a cause there. Do you want to just tell the viewers quickly about it?
Yeah, Shamiel, they're the big fundraiser for Murad Amsterdam. He needs an operation, and the Mitchells playing LFA and all the referees and Exco, and especially the referees on Saturday for the Cubs. They all donate referees fees towards the operation to the family. It was wonderful, Shamiel. There were so many people there. I mean, we never
Yeah.
thought there'd be so many people there. The amount of outpouring of love from the football community for the family was there for all to see. And I hope that all the other LFAs can follow suit and do some sort of contribution to the family.
Yeah.
We will post it on our Facebook and
Yeah.
on our website so that people can have a look at it, look at the banking details. Let's get the word out there.
Yeah, and I think hopefully we'll have those interviews that you did with the relevant people there, hopefully very soon, today or tomorrow, so people can hear sort of what the people had to say there. Andrew, let's
Perfect.
kick off. We don't have much time. There is not much to do also because of the strike. Obviously, many games postponed around the peninsula there, around in Cape Town.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, can I kick off with South Peninsula
You
LFA?
go for it. Go for it.
Okay, only a couple of matches taking place there at South Peninsula. King David United beating Ariel Spurs 3-2. Lavender Hill
Sure.
winning 2-0 against Atletico, and Wanderers 6-2 against Steenberg. That's a big result for them there.
Sure.
Looking at the log there, those are the only matches that I've got that actually took place there on the weekend. Looking at the log there, Wanderers still top of the log, 44 points, and Lavender Hill, one match less played, 39 points. And then King David in third spot with 32. So, yeah, interesting to see what's going to happen there. We've got some fixtures for Roykrans this weekend. Ariel Spurs and Rainbow Chiefs doing battle at Solo Street. And this is one of the weekends where they again spread over, all over. Cape Town Military hosting Azuri at the Wynberg Military Base. King David United playing against Wanderers at Roykrans. Oasis against Lavender Hill at Roykrans also. So those two front runners in action.
That'll be a nice game.
Yeah, and then Oasis and Lavender Hill, that will be a good game there actually. Squeal and Super Lucky Stars at Roykrans, and then the last game at Solo there is Steenberg United versus Atletico United. So yeah, South Peninsula, every week we touch on them. I think we expect that Wanderers and Lavender Hill sort of to battle it out there.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed, so it's a status quo at the moment.
Oh, good. Well, Shamiel, I can tell you that one LFA where there were a lot of games is Cape Town Tygerberg. As per usual, they had a full day double header. They played on Saturday and again the public holiday on the Wednesday. So let me go through the results. There were some big games on the weekend, if you recall. And we start off with a big result of the weekend. Vasco da Gama 2, Wynberg St. John's 1. Defending champions Wynberg. I was there at the game, Shamiel. I thought Vasco dominated, especially the first half.
Yeah.
They got an early lead, 1-0 up, going into the break. They scored early in the second half again. And then Wynberg made a couple of changes and things changed for them. They came back into it. They scored a goal. They pulled one back. And it was 2-1. And it just stayed. I think Vasco then managed the game well. I don't think there were too many scares towards their goals at the end of the game.
Okay.
But, big result for Vasco. It puts them on the heels of Edgemead.
Yeah.
Because of the next result, Shamiel. Tableview 0, Edgemead 0. Front runners dropping points at Tableview. I said it's never easy going to Tableview. Dropping 2 points there on Saturday.
Yeah.
Then we had some relegation contests here. Saxon Rovers 2, Bellville City 2. Norway Parks 1, Kensington 1. Kales River 1, Hanover Park 1. So the three, Kales River, Kensington, Saxons, who were occupying the relegation zone, each picked up a point on the weekend. Yeah. Greenpoint Legions 1, Sunningdale 4. Good result for Sunningdale away to Greenpoint.
Yeah.
Garden Village 1, Boerdesig 1. That's a good. I think it's a good draw for Boerdesig away from home at Garden Village.
Yeah.
Then Durbanville 3, Raggersdal 1. Never saw that coming, Shamiel.
Yeah.
Raggersdal, I think their inactivity, they've had quite a few games postponed, so I don't think they're getting to a bit of a rhythm. Durbanville have had a lot of games, and it's a big 3 points.
Yeah,
And then
Durbanville now
Shamiel,
safely out of the relegation zone, Andrew.
yeah, sort of. I do hear rumblings of protest, Shamiel. So let's hold
Oh,
our horses on that.
okay.
You know, these boardroom things happen occasionally.
Yeah.
And then we get to the public holiday and Tuesday night games. Wynberg St. John's 0, Garden Village 1.
Wow, what a weekend for St. John's.
Yeah, bad weekend for Wynberg. I think their
Mm.
title challenge is gone now, Shamiel. We're going to
Yeah,
get to the log bit later. I think it's gone.
yeah.
Big result for Garden Village. I mean, they picked up 4 points on the
Yeah, that's
weekend.
massive.
I
Yeah,
think that's just pull them away from the relegation zone.
yeah.
And then same night, Sunningdale 0, Vasco da Gama 0. Now, Shamiel, we can look at it as a point gained by Vasco away
Yeah,
from home. It's never easy going to Sunningdale. But I think the way that the log is looking, they
mm,
needed to get the 3 points to put the
definitely,
pressure on Edgemead.
definitely.
Yeah. And then Raggersdal 2, public holiday game, sorry. Raggersdal 2, Greenpoint 2. Good point away from home
Yeah,
for Greenpoint. Raggersdal
yeah,
seem to be struggling.
yeah.
And then the big relegation clash. Kensington 1, Saxon Rovers 2. Big three
Okay,
points for Saxons.
yeah.
They're still in the relegation zone, just on the edge of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a big 3 points. They needed it.
Definitely, yeah.
FN Rangers 0, Durbanville 0. Good point away from home for Durbanville at FN.
Yeah,
Belleville City 3, Kales River 0. Shamiel, Kales River now, you know, they deep in the relegation zone. They need to
mm,
start picking up points. But a big 3 points for Belleville. I think Belleville should be safe now.
yeah.
And then Buddhizig 1, Norway Parks 1. I think, you know, Buddhizig seemed like to be the draw specialist, Shamiel, the way things are looking here.
Okay.
But now we get to the log. I think everybody's waiting to hear what's happening with the log. And I think this weekend's results, I think at the beginning of the weekend, we thought Vasco's putting the pressure on,
Mm,
but that draw didn't help them. But Edgemead having a game, a bye on the public holiday, the log has now condensed itself for the game, Shamiel. So on
okay.
20, after 22 games, Edgemead top, 58 points.
Mm,
After 21 games with 48 points is Vasco. So if Vasco win the game in hand, they'll be 7 behind and they're still going to play each other. So there's still about 10 or 11 games left, Shamiel.
yeah.
Third, we have Hanover Park. After 23 games, they've got 45 points. And fourth, Tableview, after 20 games, 40 points. So, Shamiel, it looks like it's a two-horse race. I think we can safely say, I think Wynberg St. John's, even if they win the game in hand, are going to be 16 points behind Edgemead with 10 to
Yeah.
go. I think it's a bit far. I think it's between Edgemead and Vasco, how it looks now, Shamiel.
Yeah, I think it definitely
And if
looks
we
like
look at
it.
this weekend's games,
Yeah.
I'm just going to highlight a few. I think we got to add a lot of time here on Cape Town Tigerberg. Edgemead, Hanover Park. Big game for Edgemead at home. So
Mm,
Hanover Park is going to give them a hell of a game, and I can tell you, Shamiel. Garden Village, Sunningdale. Greenpoint, FN Rangers. We have Norway Parks, Wynberg, St. John's. Never easy going to
mm,
Norway Parks. Another tough one for Wynberg. Kales River, Kensington, Shamiel. That's it. If Kensington beat Kales River, you know, there's big problems. If Kales River need the 3 points, they have to get
yeah.
the 3 points at home.
Mm.
Tableview, Belleville City, and then Vasco da Gama, Raggersdal. I think that's a big one for Vasco. They need to get
Yeah.
the 3 points, especially if Edgemead pick up the points against Hanover Park.
Yeah, it's safe to say Vasco need every 3 points they can get now, even just to keep in touch with the Edgemead and hope that Edgemead sort of fail along the way, which also doesn't look
Correct.
likely. Yeah,
Vasco need to win all of their last 10 games,
yeah,
basically, to have a
yeah.
chance.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. The Cape Town Tigerberg, always an exciting league. There are things happening. Things sort of taking shape, Andrew. Some of the teams now clearly in the driving seat. Relegation zone there looks interesting. I mean, we've got Saxon just at the bottom there or above, well, in the last third, 20 points. And then we've got Greenpoint with 1 point ahead of them. And Garden Village, between Garden Village and Norway Parks, the points sort of seem tight there. So anything can happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. And then Kales River also need to win the majority of their games to stay
Yeah.
up. I
Yeah.
think Kensington is the only team we could say that's
So,
pretty much relegated.
yeah, with only 4 points, 23 matches played.
Yeah.
Tough. Okay, just looking at last time we touched on the Cape Town Women's Regional Development League. I don't think matches took place there, but just to remind everybody with regards to the log in Stream A, Salter over top of the log, then Invincible, Craven B, New Age FC, and then Bloekombos ladies ending the top four there. And looking at fixtures taking place this week in the Cape Town Women's Regional Development League, Stream A, Salt River Blackpool facing Heideveld Female Football Academy. That will be a nice tough match there. Heideveld always good. Dangerous Heroes against AV United and New Age against Bloekombos. So going to Stream B, we've got top four there is Burnley, East End United, United Brothers, and Reigersdal. And matches taking place there is Mighty Ladies versus United Brothers, Burnley versus Wanderers, and Tramway versus Cape Town Swallows. And also Reigersdal versus East End United. Reigersdal, obviously the team we had a look at that engine there, Andrew.
Yes.
Now a lot of young players in there.
A lot of young players. And that game against East End will be a nice game. East End also have a very good team. I've seen them play. So that's going to be a very nice game.
Looking at Stream C there, Atlantis Saints Ladies, top of the log, with Brothers FC and then Rockefellers in third. And then looking at some of the matches taking place, Radi United versus Rockefellers, Manpower versus Rygate Ladies, and Brothers versus Monwa BC. We also got New Stars versus Atlantis Saints Ladies, the log leaders, and then Lavender Hill FC playing against United FC Kailicha. That's the Cape Town Women's Regional Development League, Stream A, B, and C.
Great. And then another LFA, Shamiel, where we had a lot of games was Mitchell's Plain.
Yeah.
And that's hotting up now. Shamiel, the second round, the combined log I've actually got, so we can actually have a look at that.
So now we can see who's top of the log. Okay.
Correct. So results on the weekend, the Beacon Derby, Beacon City 3, Beacon Spurs 1, Cedar Park 1, Mowgli's 1. Okay. Good result, I think, for Mowgli's there. And then the team that's flying high, FC Tafelsug 2, Milano 1.
Okay.
Ikapa Sporting 1, Bay Hill 7. Ikapa struggling this season, Shamiel. Definitely looking like relegation candidates.
That Bay Hill team, we spoke about it last time. Sorry to cut you. That Bay Hill team, we spoke about it last time. Fantastic team that, eh? Good young team.
Yeah, we spoke to one of the Exco members at the Westridge Field on Saturday, and he was telling us they've got a very nice team this year. So, they're flying high. Yeah. Juventus 1, Colville 2. Big result for Colville against Juventus. Yeah. Juventus won a run. They've basically had the brakes put on them. Yeah. Lentegeur 1, Westridge 2. Big result for Westridge. We will get to the combined log and we'll see that effect on that. And then Liverpool Portland's 2, Bayview 0. Liverpool Portland's flying high, Shamiel, in the second round.
I think that result was expected there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other shock. Rockefellers 0, Syringa Spurs 1. You know, Rockefellers have been picking up points. They've been doing very well. But Syringa Spurs are not a bad team. Very nice team as well. So big result for them. That was Saturday. Sunday, we had Beacon City 1, Colville 3. Beacon Spurs 2, Bay Hill 2. Cedar Park 1, Milano 0. So not a good weekend for Milano. Ikapa Sporting 1, Bayview 2. Bayview coming back from a couple of losses there. Juventus 0, Mowgli's 1. Shamiel, you know, that's a big result.
Yeah.
Juventus also. Yeah, bad weekend for Juventus. 0 points. Lentegeur 0, FC Tafelsug 5. FC Tafelsug, like I said, flying high. Doing very, very well. Liverpool Portland's 2, Syringa Spurs 2. So another good weekend for Syringa Spurs. They're picking up 4 points there on the weekend. And then Rockefellers 1, Westridge 1. So we don't have Rockefellers at one eye on Sunday's game, Shamiel, when they got beaten by Syringa Spurs.
Yeah, probably.
But on Sunday, they pretty much did the job against Westridge, stopping Westridge from getting the 3 points. And that, Shamiel, brings us to where we stand in Mitchell's Plain. I'm sure all the Mitchell's Plain people are waiting for this, Shamiel. So let me give you the combined log as it currently stands. I'm waiting for it.
Never mind the people in Mitchell's Plain. I'm waiting for it.
So top of the log, we have Westridge.
Yeah.
Now, Westridge, you know, their league aspirations, Shamiel, is there. They are only 2 points clear. They have FC Tafelsug and Rockefellers right behind them.
Okay.
So, Shamiel, I think those out of those 3 and Liverpool Portland's. So I think those 4 are the teams to go in Mitchell's Plain. I think the way we're looking at it, Shamiel, I think the Mitchell's Plain league is going to go down to the last game.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, somebody does an amazing thing. But let me give you the points so everybody knows. FC Tafelsug Westridge after 21 games, 48 points. FC Tafelsug 21 games, 46 points. Liverpool Portland's 21 games, 44 points. So, Shamiel, there's 4 points between third and first.
Okay.
And there's 9 games to go, Shamiel. And there's still
29.
I still think it's going to go down to the last game.
Definitely.
But Westridge had a big lead after the first round. They had a 6-point lead after the first round. They've had a rocky start to the second round. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Do you have any fixtures for this week, or can we move on?
I think we can move on. I haven't got any fixtures yet.
Okay. Right. Other place where things are hotting up, Andrew, is at Cape District. So remember, Ashford top of the log without losing this season yet. So guess what?
Yeah.
First loss this weekend, I think yesterday on Women's Day. So results there at Cape District. Ashford Athletic 2, FC Kefter 3. Tight game there, 5 goals. It must have been a banger. Grassy Park 4, RS Atletico 2, Greenwood 0, Ocean View 2. Montague Spurs 0, Batswood 3. That's a good win for Batswood, 3-0 over Monties. Salt River Blackpool, the other team in contention there for the league, 5, Eagle Wings 0, and Southampton 1 and Claywood 1. That's a good draw for Southampton there. Looking at the log,
very good.
log still stays the same with Ashford top of the log with 26 points, but now Salt River Blackpool, second spot, also played 11 matches, same as Ashford, also on 26 points. Okay, so that's tight. So Claywood third spot there with 21 points, and then Kefter in fourth with 19 points. So sort of right now it seems like a 2 hours race. Still a lot of matches to be played at Cape District though. You know, they've had a late start with all the shenanigans taking place there, and also obviously waterlogged fields and so on. So a lot of matches to play. So things are looking tight there. So Ashford and Salt River, they'll be battling it out. And you wouldn't guess what the next game is for this weekend.
Oh, I can just guess.
Ashford versus Salt River, taking place at home at Heathfield on the bridge.
Wow.
At the bridge, as they call it, at 3:30 there in Heathfield. That match is taking place. And then other matches there, Wesley versus FC Kefter, Eagle Wings versus Monties, Claywood versus Grassy Park, Greenwood versus Batswood, and Ocean View versus RC Atletico. So a lot of good matches.
Are you gonna be at Saturday's game, Shamiel? Are you tempted?
I don't know. I suppose the place to be will be at I gotta get permission slip. But I think the place to be probably on Saturday would be on the bridge in Heathfield, taking an aerial view of the match there. If the weather's fine, then I'll probably be there. Ashford versus Salt River, that's going to be a tough game. I think the pressure's going to be on there. Not that it's a be-all and the end-all, still a lot of games to take place. But if you look at the points there, and if you look at the teams getting results of late, those are the two teams, Andrew. So a lot of expectation there at Cape District.
Yeah. So that's a place to be Saturday.
Definitely. What have you got?
Okay. I've only got Coke coming up, Shamiel. So I thought maybe you could finish off the LFAs and then we can get to the Coke.
So obviously we've still got Northern's LFA here. So I've got some fixtures for Northern's. I don't think any matches took place at Northern's on the weekend.
They were called off,
because of the strike, So looking at fixtures for this weekend, Bellows Spurs versus Belleville, Blue Down Spurs versus Riverside Rangers, Eastern versus Valhalla, Ravensmead versus Bishop Lavers, United versus Bellstar, and UWC versus Matroosfontein. And just to remind the viewers there of that log, obviously this wouldn't have changed because there was no matches played. Eastern Rovers, top of the log, 27, and Bishop Lavers second with 23 points, and Valhalla in third spot with 23 points. Riverside close in fourth with 22 points also. So also a bit of a lead there by Eastern Rovers, but not done yet. Not done yet.
No, it's definitely not done yet, Shamiel.
Yeah.
And that's the LFA is done.
That's LFA is done for this weekend.
Listen, I think we got Coke this weekend on Sunday, but it's all subject to the strike. I think we've got to let our viewers understand that. It's we're recording the show here on Thursday, so hopefully something will come out from SAFA. Yeah. There are venues that to be used are Khayelitsha, Nyanga, Turfall, Lingaletu, and Manenberg. So maybe one or two of them would happen. But we also got to realize teams coming out of the townships, it's not just going where you're going to, it's also where the teams are coming from.
Yeah.
So we don't know how many games will take place, if any. So let's, just keep watching the various SAFA Facebook pages and websites just to get clarity. But if it does happen, Shamiel, there are a couple of enticing games. I'm just going to go through one or two. In the under-18 division, we have the Cape Town Tygerberg Derby, FN Rangers versus Regersdal. Two top teams. We saw them both at the engine, Shamiel. They both caused shockers.
That's Coach Warwick
Regersdal caused the shock.
Coach Warwick against Coach Mason. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And Regersdal caused the shock. Remember, they beat Cape Town Spurs at the engine.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be an easy game for FN Rangers. FN Rangers were in the pool of death with Stellenbosch, Ubuntu, and Hanover Park. So that's a big game. I thought I'd highlight that one, Shamiel.
Yeah.
And then the other one, also, we're going to have a Cape District derby, Shamiel. Greenwood Athletic versus Salt River Celtic. Sorry, Salt River Celtic is from Reigate. But that'll be a tough game. Greenwood, they're flying high. Remember them in the Bale, Shamiel?
Yeah.
They won the plate section. Good team. Team. And then the last one I just want to highlight is Hellenic versus Silver Spurs. Silver Spurs have done very well in the under-18 division over the years. And Hellenic also, another team from the engine, Shamiel.
Yeah.
So it's going to be another tough game.
Yeah.
And then, Shamiel, the ladies, if it happens, there's one game I just want to highlight here. I thought, considering we're talking about the engine teams.
Yeah.
Cape Town Roses, UWC. I think that'll be a very, very good game.
Yeah.
And then the other game is Burnley versus UCT. UCT always do well in the engine, defending champs.
Yes.
That's going to be another tough one, Shamiel.
Yeah.
And then the other game, which I thought I'd also highlight, is RV United versus Mighty City. I've seen Mighty City play. Very nice team. Very nice team. And RV, we all know what RV is like.
Talk to us about the men's. What's happening at the men's?
Right, the men's. Whoo, big ones. Hanover Park, Rockefellers.
Mention a couple there.
Yeah, Hanover Park, Rockefellers. Tough game. Rockefellers flying out Mitchell's Plain. Hanover Park always do well in the Coke. Then the big one I thought, or two of the big ones, Silver Spurs versus Wynberg St. John's. You've watched a bit of Wynberg in the Coke. I think you've watched a couple of their games. Silver Spurs beat Regersdal in the last round. They're looking at another Cape Town Tigerberg team, another giant killer there. So that's another tough one. FC Kafta versus Westwood, Shamiel. Top of the log, Mitchell's Plain. Kafta always do well in the Coke. Also doing very, very well. And then Seaside Spurs, you know, that team that did well last year, up against Everton United from Heideveld. So that'll be another one for them. And then lastly, last year's defending champions, Deodora versus Helderberg Rovers. Now, I've heard about Helderberg Rovers. There's a lot of talk about them, Shamiel. A lot of very, very good players there. So that's another good game. And, you know, like I said, it's all subject to the venues and the strike.
Yeah. Andrew, I think that's it. We're also running out of time. I think before we go, we also got to mention our Super Cup under 16 tournament taking place the 5th of November. So guys, preparations are on the way. We're sort of starting to hit the last third there with our preparations. So remember, we are now definitely starting to watch the under 16 leagues all over Cape Town to see who's going to win the league there, so we can invite you to the tournament. Also, do yourself a favor if you know that you're sort of in the running, or if I know some of the LFAs have a one-round league, Andrew. So if your guys have won the league, drop us an email at info@thefourthmoment.co.za and we can have a look at it and then send you the invite and you can be part of this fantastic tournament. Andrew, anything else from your side?
That's it. I just want to tell our viewers to be safe out there, Shamiel. I know we've had a tumultuous week with the strike actions going on and the protest. So, sorry, please be safe out there.
Yeah, and then before we go, we want to say big thanks to Pequeno, our apparel sponsor, and also the sponsor of the engine, technical sponsor there. And Andrew, I heard right through the grapevine, by the way, the engine date will come out very soon for the resumption of the Cape Town League. And then also, obviously, GSM Roofing in Witten Road, Witten. Those are our sponsors there of the Fourth Moment at the moment. Andrew, enjoy the rest of your stay, brother, and we'll see you.
I'll try to.
Yeah, and take it easy. Now you can start relaxing.
Will do. I will do that.
No everybody, problem. Guys, everybody out there, cheers. We'll see you next time.